Hey guys, this is Sean, and I made a video last night. Actually, it was a live stream, but I made a video last night talking about paths and really just kind of having that feel of wow, this game's going to be really huge. So I actually wanted to create a video talking today about some of the things that are going on in paths and even some things that you may not know about. Um, Mostly because they haven't even either been put on the site or it's only been heard through word of mouth and just some really interesting things about the game. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was actually the PvE aspect of paths, and PvE is player versus environment. For those who don't know what that is, in this case it's you as the player and your friends, or your friends versus the boss, the card, the deck itself. Um, and the reason why I say it that way is because PvE in Paths is literally 1 to 6 players. So you can actually play this game alone, which is really cool. And we did it that way on purpose. So all of you have heard a lot of the reasons why we've made Paths. And I mean, aside from it just originally being a passion project, and really doing some awesome things. Paths, there's also another layer behind it. I mean, there's many layers, but this one I think is kind of important because not many people know about it. And the reason why we have it to where only if you really wanted to, if you're the only person around, you can play the game by yourself if you want to. But the reason for that is mostly I kind of got that inspiration from some of my friends that I've known for a very long time, and they have social anxiety issues, where if those of you who don't know what social anxiety is, they have a really hard time speaking with people and meeting with people, and even in some cases, maybe they're very introverted. I myself am actually very introverted, so even me making this video is a very big deal. But they'll have social anxiety. Sometimes, some of my friends, they're also autistic, and they want to be able to experience something first before they start talking about it with another person. And I know the feeling really well, and that's pretty much one of the main reasons why we actually have PvE the way it is. Because it's 1 to 6 people. Now, granted, it scales, of course, like any game. So if you have one person, the boss has, the lowest amount of health, where if you have 6 people max, then, the boss has a ton of health and does more things. But we felt like video games have done this really well. They're able to provide those single-player experiences, and that's probably why a lot of people with social anxiety or even autism or even introverts just in general, like myself, will play video games most of the time because either one, we want to be alone, or two, we want to talk with other people, but we want to do it when we're ready, because when we open up, then we just don't stop talking, right? So, but we haven't really seen that a whole lot in the physical world. And in the physical world, you have cards, and there's card games out there, and there's even other physical games like Dungeons and Dragons, and a lot of cool things that we want to get into, and in some cases it doesn't have that option. So here with Paths, we've been able to provide that to the gamers. Now, I did want to talk a little bit about what we're doing too next year. So we'll kind of shift off that. If you do have any other questions about the single player gameplay or PvE, raiding with your friends too. So there's more to that we'll get into. But if you have any questions about that, you feel free to drop me a note or message us on the Paths Facebook or Twitter, or even on the website. So, and I'll give the website at the end of this, and I'll even put it in the description below, and probably in YouTube. So I'm going to upload this. But anyway, I did want to talk a little bit about some of the events we're going to be hitting next year. And there's still a lot that's unlisted, but I think it's time to start sharing this. So we are going to have a Paths meetup at PAX South, which is in San Antonio. And that's, I believe, January 28th and 29th. I'll get some exact dates for you, but we are going to have a Paths meetup there. There is going to be a Paths meetup on the East Coast, too, in PAX East. And we're also going to have a bunch of Path meetups in California, too, which we'll talk about later. Those are the ones that are kind of unlisted at the moment. But we also have demo events happening, too. There's going to be a lot of demo events. And as of right now, I can safely confirm that a lot of them are going to be here in Texas. So if you're in Texas and you want to play Paths, make sure you contact us. We'll provide some kind of sign-up sheet for you or something along those lines where you can meet up with us. But we're going to have a demo event. We're going to actually have a couple here in Waco, Texas, and we'll give you those locations here soon. We are also going to have a demo event in Houston, Texas, so that'll be cool. We're going to have demo events in Dallas, Texas, and demo events in Austin, Texas. So we're going to be kind of everywhere in Texas. We've hit a lot of the big areas. So if you are in Waco, Dallas, Houston, or Austin and you want to play Paths, let me know, and I'll create an event, and we'll do that. But these demo events, so they will be at card shops as well, card and comic shops. In some cases, they'll be at small convention centers. It just depends on kind of where we're at. I can safely tell you here in Waco, two of the demo events are definitely going to be in a card shop. One definitely in Austin in a card shop, and another in Dallas in a card shop too, and Houston. There's just a lot of information. On top of that, we're also going to have some demo events in card shops and event areas in Sacramento, in the Sacramento area, California. So if you're in Sacramento or you're near anywhere in the Bay Area, because we're going to have stuff in the Bay Area too, in San Francisco, if you guys are anywhere around there, we're going to be holding Paths events there as well. So that's something to think about if you're in Cali. Now, if you're on the East Coast, those are currently unlisted, but I'm more than sure we're going to be having those too. They're going to be later announced, so if you do want to stay up to date on all the events that we're doing, it would be a good time right now to go to pathtcg.com and sign up on the website, so you can keep up to date with all that. The last thing I kind of wanted to announce is that we are going to be opening contribution to the game early. So this is a really big deal. Like, this is huge, because as you can see, I already have some prototypes going, right? But we actually we'll have rewards for people who decide to contribute early to the game. So there's going to be very special rewards. Some of these things are never going to be printed again. We'll also have special rewards during the Kickstarter too, so you're going to want to watch for that as well. But I thought this would be good for everyone to kind of participate in if you want to support the game early. And if not, if you want to wait for Kickstarter, that's okay too. But I kind of wanted to put that out there because some of these cards that we're doing, they're never going to be printed again. We'll have them in the library. We'll have them in the card library for you. But I'm kind of just showing some of the other cards off here. We'll have them there, but you may not get them. We're also going to have promo cards at these special events too. So if you're in the Waco area, if you're anywhere in the Texas area, California, if you meet up with some of the dudes up there on the East Coast and you run into them, we are going to be handing out promo cards. In some cases at PAX, we're actually thinking about doing pins as well. So that's something to consider too. But these promo cards are going to be a pretty big deal. Because some of these, so to kind of fill you in and give you a little deeper insight to it, because people have heard me say, we're going to have promo cards for a while now. Some of these promo cards are actually going to be bosses that you may never see again. Some of them are going to be heroes that you're never going to see again. And some are going to be minions. We thought about spells, we're not sure yet. But those three, minion, hero, and boss, That's a definite thing. And the bosses are going to be definitely more towards contribution. Some of the legendaries too, so we're actually going to have weapons and items that are legendary that you're never going to get again. They'll never be printed again. Nor found in booster packs or theme decks or anywhere. So, but of course that doesn't mean there's going to be more in the future of other things. So, I should also state too, kind of while I have everyone here, the greatest thing about this game that we're making is that it is going to be consistent with the story and lore of the game. So everything that you see in Paths currently is actually in the story. And if you are a lore junkie like myself, you can go to pathtcg.com right now and actually read Akenta's introduction and Ayena's introduction. So this is Akenta. He is our necromancer Tuskar. And this is Ayena. She is our water elemental priest. And we have one more hero coming, which is going to be seen at the Kickstarter launch. So if you want to know more about that hero, you should definitely sign up with us as well on the site. And I'll give the class away. I'm not going to give the character name away, but the class away is a paladin. So the paladin will be showing up before Kickstarter, which is going to be kind of cool. Now, based on contributions, we've been thinking about offering to unlock a specific class. So if we get a certain amount of contributions early before the Kickstarter, we'll unlock another class too. That's not the paladin. So right now we have necromancer, priest, paladin that are currently unlocked. We have tons more. So that would be pretty amazing if that would happen early before the Kickstarter. But during the Kickstarter, we'll be doing the same thing too. So different contribution levels. We will have certain classes unlock, have new spells, new minions unlock, new legendaries, new rare items, new gear sets. That's going to be pretty fun too. Anything along those lines, those are also going to be unlocked too. And gear sets are going to be really, really cool. I'm really excited about it because gear sets, if those of you who play MMOs or have played things like Diablo or World of Warcraft, we have gear. In this case, this is a one-off piece of gear, but this piece of gear can work with these viable classes, right? Gear sets are going to work specifically with the class. Now, something really cool is we are actually going to have gear sets that are neutral gear sets, so they can be used by any class. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that, which you don't really hear a lot about. But right now we do have 3 gear sets that are live. We have Holy Ember, which is the Paladin gear set. We have Seraphim, which is the Priest gear set. And we have Death Summoner, which is the Necromancer gear set. And those are Foundation gear sets. So the very first core that's going to be launching for Paths is called Foundations. And you'll be seeing that a lot more going through posts, going through the Kickstarter. Even when you end up meeting up with us at either at the Paths meetups at the events, or even the demo events, and you're there, you'll be seeing like Foundation banners. You'll be seeing the boxes. It'll say that as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're going with it. I'll be doing another update though very soon for everyone who is wanting to support the game. If you are interested, of course, feel more than free to contribute. But that's going to be a big deal. And I think really the last thing, I said this last too. Oh well, sorry. This is the really last thing that I'll announce. We are, because everyone's asking us about production and how that's going to work. We are working with a very large production company that I cannot tell you who they are right now for certain reasons. And we'll let you know when that happens. But I can safely tell you that they are large enough that in the next year or two, you're gonna start seeing paths everywhere. Yeah, literally, you will see paths everywhere, and I can guarantee that because of what we're doing. So I should state as well, if you do contribute, it's probably better to contribute now than later, because right now the prices for the decks, as well as booster packs, bosses, boss decks, gear packs, PvE decks, dual decks, everything that we're going to have listed, right now the price is lowered, but in the next 6 months, easy, prices are going to go up. And I know that, you know, a lot of people like getting in early, getting the deals in, and I'll tell you right now, as the creator, now's the time to get in. If you want to get in and you want to get in, you know, saving money, now's the time to do it. So even if you just want to have the rare items, which is pretty cool too. So and hopefully I can even snag a legendary for myself, but I don't know if that'll even be possible. Anyway, I think in the next video I'll sing for y'all. No, I won't do that. I'm just kidding. I won't do that. That would actually be probably terrifying. I'll probably just stick to making decks. So, anyway, I hope y'all are doing great, and I know we'll be talking again soon. So, I hope y'all have a rest of, you know, a great day, and feel free to contact me anytime, anywhere. Doesn't matter. You can contact us on Discord, Facebook, email. I will reply. Alrighty? Bye, guys.